Hello, Cushla. How are you? It's great to see you.
Hi, Julia. We work together quite often, don't we?
We do. So we're quite used to working in this sort of arena, for
Oh,
want of a
yeah.
better word. But today, what I want to ask you and find out about is a bit about your sort of history, canine and working history before Galen. Was there a life before Galen?
I've forgotten it, to be honest. It's
We'd like to know a little bit about that. And then your sort of your journey onto Garland, and of course, being tutor and head of school.
wow. Okay.
Mm.
Gosh, my dog journey into Garland came via our Huskies and to Coda in particular, who was Coda for short,
Yeah.
who was my beautiful boy. I was a runner and we were doing a challenge, which was 5 marathons in 5 days. And our Huskies were going to be accompanying us for some of that distance. And I was quite confident training myself. I'd done qualifications in personal training, but I realized I had no concept of how to train my dogs for that kind of distance and what I should be looking for and how I should warm them up and how I could be looking after them during that, which is when I met you.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic opportunity because all of a sudden, all my questions were answered. And you opened my eyes to this amazing canine world that I had no concept of. And it changed everything that I did from there on. I was running puppy school classes and I ran those for about 17 years. And it changed everything that came in front of my eyes from then on. And it really shaped the way I then taught in class, as well as to what I did with my own dogs. And that's obviously, I couldn't help myself but then train as a Garlemire therapist.
I don't think I gave you any option actually, because I could see how much you were going to bring to the organization too, with all your amazing experience and knowledge of being with dogs and working with dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it came from so many facets. I mean, we've had dogs in our lives from the minute I was married, to be honest. And, it was one of those things. It was, literally, it was like, if you don't love dogs, then, don't bother applying.
You have no place in my life, sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly that. And so I was really involved and with through the sporting world as well. So my specialist sport is canicross.
Yeah.
My husband does bike jaw, which is biking with the dogs. So all of our dogs work in harness.
Mm,
But I wanted to make sure that we did that ethically. And
yeah.
we were behind the introduction of canicross and bike jaw to this country in
Wow.
2002.
Huge, huge.
Been
Which is
involved
a
in
significant date, isn't it? Because that's when I started Garland. Yeah.
exactly. So it's so weird that those dates coincide, isn't
I know.
it?
I know.
So when I got involved with Canicross and we started to build this sport and we started to tell everybody about it, I remember talking to you and it was like, this is an opportunity to build the sport ethically
Absolutely.
for the welfare at its absolute core.
Mm,
And that was a huge opportunity for me as well to learn more. And that's when I learned from you so much. And that's what, has given me the gravitas behind what I've gone on to do with the sport personally. And I would say in a professional capacity, I now
very
sit on
much.
the ICF board, which is the International Canicross Federation.
Huge.
So I have roles within there. One of my roles is animal welfare, and I look after the anti-doping side, which is all part of education. And it's all part of that wonderful world of actually educating people as to why we shouldn't have dogs which are taking anti-inflammatories, why we shouldn't be treating them in between races with, chiropractic adjustments, and,
Mm,
why we shouldn't be doing these things because, they should be fit and healthy enough to compete without that.
exactly. Exactly. And of course, within that role, I mean, that role's huge. We could do a big, big chat on that role. What you have done within that role is amazing. But you're also working with people that are amazing all over the world, vets from
Yeah.
all over the world. So your accumulation of knowledge has been such a bonus to Garland and understanding what other people are understanding around the world in this. is just such an insight for us as an organization. And that is something that sometimes goes a bit under the radar. But where we're working is from a very ethical perspective. But it's lovely to have that other layer coming in too of understanding these things. And you bring that straight into Galen.
Yeah, I love being able to listen to what other people. You're absolutely right. Working with the vets across the world
Mm,
is huge, and
huge.
actually realizing that there is this bigger understanding in a lot of countries
Yep,
that
yep.
comes from understanding warm-ups, cool downs with dogs, and
Mm,
being part of that world and being able to influence it is
yeah,
huge with the knowledge base that I've got as well. And being
exactly.
part of those conversations is enormous because at the end of the day, like as a Gala therapist and in my role, it's the dogs that are at the core of everything we do.
Absolutely. Exactly that. And that really is what brought us together. And that is what, I mean, you qualified 12 years ago, is that right?
2012, I qualified.
No, so longer than that ago, 14 years ago. But you became a tutor 12 years ago, is that right?
I did, yes. So I became a tutor 12 years ago, and then I have taught on the practicals in person for the last 10 years. I
Yes,
don't know where
yes.
that's gone.
No, nor me, absolutely. And I say nor me because I've been in this site for 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, and we generally train together, don't we, the
yeah.
practical, plus Lucy as well. But we've trained the practical. So what's your, I mean, I know you're head of school, so you look after the tutors and everything else, but as far as the practicals are concerned, talk to me about your experience there and how you feel as a tutor teaching people the practical skills.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's bringing actually everything I love together. My background, I came from teaching.
Yeah.
Um, so the opportunity to teach people who are absolutely passionate
Mm,
about this new opportunity and this new topic and working with animals and the dogs that they absolutely are invested in is an absolute dream come true. And the energy that comes with those, the meeting the students for the first day and taking them through that journey.
mm.
And it is a journey for those days of the
Oh yeah,
practical.
yeah,
We have highs, we do have lows, we
yeah.
do have wow moments, we have absolute light bulb moments in so many aspects. And it's wonderful to see the students, literally engaged in everything that we do.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, everyone's exhausted, everyone's but emotionally drained, but
Yeah.
everybody is euphoric
Mhm.
about having this culmination of everything that they've learned online
Yep.
and everything that they've been doing, that they've been, and all of a sudden bringing it together.
Yep.
And then that sudden realization,
Making sense. All making sense. Yeah.
absolutely, it just comes together into that package, and they realize why they've been doing everything they've been doing, online with the tutorials they've been going to, and
Yeah.
then just seeing it come together is just wonderful.
Absolutely. And I think for me, um, seeing the students find the zone. And as a myotherapist, we know what that means. You actually, by working how we do with Positive Pact, actually entering the dog's world that you're treating, and you become just in this bubble. And when they experience that for the first time, that's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely, completely magical. And
Mm,
also people who might be slightly nervous when they first start as well,
mm, yes.
and not quite sure about what they're feeling,
Yeah.
what they're, perhaps the techniques, is this the right technique at the right time? But
Mm,
actually then seeing it all come together. And as you say, go into that zone, go into that flow, and bring it together into a
yeah.
treatment is just wonderful.
Incredible. And then seeing the dog's reaction at the other end is
Yeah.
fantastic. Kushla, thank you very much for this. You are such a valuable member of the team, and as I said, you hold the school together. We've got some incredible tutors, haven't we?
Amazing. Amazing.
Extraordinary tutors. And as far as the team is concerned, it works so well together. And I think it all comes down to we all have the same passion for dogs and ensuring their lives are enhanced, improved, and people that want to do that are given the education to do that too, whoever
And
they
the opportunity, yeah,
and
and
the
the opportunity.
absolutely whoever they may be, whether guardians or potential students. Lovely. Thank you so much for your time. And
Absolute pleasure.
I think I'll see you very soon.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.